Hey guys, it's Dinah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be doing how I film and edit my videos because it's been requested and I've been wanting to share this with you guys. And if you have any further questions that don't come across in this video, go ahead and leave them down below so I can answer your question. And I also love watching other YouTubers film and edit process because it can maybe improve my techniques or just it's interesting to see. So if you're another YouTuber, this might be interested, so please stay. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and do that to be notified every time I upload and to make me happy. And I don't want to make this intro too long, so let's just get started with the video. My battery is running out. I'll be right back. So starting out with my equipment, the camera I use is the Canon Rebel T6i and it looks like this. And it's a great camera because it has a viewfinder and autofocus and it's great quality. And what I use for the tripod to make my camera stand on it is the tripod that came with the camera. It was a whole set on Amazon, which I will link it down below. I will link everything mentioned down below so you guys can view if interested. So basically it's the Polaroid, like a brand Polaroid tripod, and like I said, it came with the camera. And then I also use a softbox, which is also from Amazon, which I will also link down below. And it's great because it has many options and it has like 5 light bulbs, so you can make one light bulb light up or 5 or 4, and it's really easy to adjust. So that's all the equipment I use. Moving on to planning my videos, I usually just write it down on the notes on my phone and I just write down like the key points into making my video that I want to address. And if it's a skit, I'll usually write out all the scenes or all the angles I want to use, or if I use different characters, then I make sure to include that. And that's basically all I do for my planning. It's not too insane, like I don't make a whole script and everything like that. Next, for the filming process, if I'm just sitting down and talking for like my sit down videos, I will stand in front of this wall and I usually hang up these lights, which are from IKEA and they're great. So if you want some little add-on to your video so it won't look as plain, add some lights or even like pictures in the background. I also zoom in my lens a little so it gives them a little bit of a blurry touch. If I'm filming a action if I'm filming an action shot where I have to move my camera, I try to stabilize it later in the editing process so it won't be all shaky. And if it's not a sit down talking video, I try to have different angles so it looks more interesting. For an example, if I'm like picking up a pencil, I'll like pick it up, but I'll also film my hand picking it up, the back of me picking it up, side of me, and the other side. And I'll definitely not include all of those just for picking up a pencil. That just gives you many more options to choose later on when you're editing. So if one clip didn't turn out good, you always have a backup. Also for my filming, I use a 64GB SD card and it's really helpful because then you have lots of storage on there. Next, for my editing process, which for me is my favorite part because I just love editing, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13 and it's really good. I got it for free. You just have to look up a video how to get it for free and it's that easy. And in my opinion, it's like a Windows version of Final Cut Pro because it has basically all the things you can do on Final Cut Pro, and Final Cut Pro can only be on Mac, Apple computers, but Sony Vegas Pro can be on all Windows computers, so I work on a Windows. Next, for the saturation / color correcting, I used to saturate. My skin would turn really orange, and that was like partially because of my bad lighting. But even though I still have good lighting now, I just stay away from it because it looks really unnatural if you don't do it correctly, like I did. So yeah, and if I want to color correct something, like if it was not my face, then I would just have to turn up the tones and the colors to make some colors pop more than the others. And for an example, you don't want your face looking like this because that is really unnatural and it looks horrifying. So yeah, I make sure to keep it natural. Next, for sound effects, I actually use a lot in my videos because it gives it a little oomph. What? So basically I just download them from YouTube. You just search up whatever sound effect you're trying to get. Like if you want to click sound effect, you just search up click sound effect and you download it from any video downloader you can find on the internet. And sound effects can be like this. Yeah, and I use them for like my transitions. And for my transitions, it's under the tab transitions, and whenever I use them, I try to add sound effects because it looks more cool. And another thing I use quite often are like images that don't have a background behind them, which are called PNG images or transparent images. And all you'd want to do for that is look up on Google any type of image. So if I wanted like the thumbs up button PNG, I would search up thumbs up emoji PNG, download that, put it on top of the clip that I'm using, and then adjust the pan crop mode to adjust to the size of it. And if I want to make it move around, I have to use these things called keyframes. Basically, you have to move the image, then you have to press another key, add keyframe, move it again, add keyframe, move it again, add keyframe, and on and on. And so then you get something like this. And it adds like creativity. You can do all wonders with this. And I like to do it for my little subscribe button thing if you see in the beginning of my videos. And if you have any further questions of how I edit, I can respond to that, or I can make a part 2 with requests that you guys want shown of how I edit and things in my videos, so I can go like really in depth because I'm not sure what other people want to see how I do. Anyways, next what I do is render it. So basically I just press render. It takes quite a while to render, so while I render I make my thumbnail, which thumbnails are really important because that's what makes everyone want to click on your video. So you have a thumbnail like really boring and just blah, then no one would want to click on it. But make sure not to do clickbait because those are annoying. If you want a separate video on how I make my thumbnails and how to make good thumbnails, then go ahead and leave in the comments down below and I'll be sure to do it because I always want to take your guys' requests. And I don't want to go in depth into it right now because this will make the video way too long, and I would just be happy to do a whole nother separate video on it. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? It's down below there waiting for you. And I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. Bye!